One night, in the bustling streets of New York, Alex decides to take a stroll. The city is alive with the sounds of traffic, vibrant lights from car headlights, shops, and flashy billboards that light up the streets. Disturbing the calm, raindrops cascade from the sky. It's not a mere drizzle, but a relentless downpour. As if a sudden cue, everyone on the street immediately reacts. The once calm and composed crowd turns into a chaotic scene. People start running in every direction, desperately seeking shelter from the unexpected shower. It's like a race against the rain, and the streets are transformed into a frenzy of movement. Amidst the chaos, strangers lend helping hands to one another, ensuring that no one is left behind. Bags, shopping items, and whatever people were carrying are now held above their heads as makeshift shields against the rain. The colorful array of umbrellas opens up, creating a sea of vibrant hues through the crowd. The stampede continues, but it's not just about getting out of the rain, it's about navigating this sudden obstacle course together. Alex finds himself caught up in this unexpected adventure, navigating through the lively chaos. As he weaves through the crowd, he witnesses small acts of kindness, a stranger helping an elderly woman up, someone offering their umbrella to a person caught without one. Despite the mayhem, there is a strange sense of unity in facing the unpredictable weather together. Cars become both shelter and escape pods for those lucky enough to reach them. The roads are a mix of sprinting pedestrians and honking cars, each trying to find their way through the impromptu situation. In the midst of this chaotic rain-induced commotion, a black blob falls to the floor, creating a splash as it lands in a puddle near Alex. The splash reaches him, prompting him to glance downward, curiosity etched across his face. As he bends down to investigate, he discovers a wallet lying in the waterlogged puddle. It's not just any wallet, it's a substantial, thick, black leather one. Alex, intrigued, picks it up, the wet leather cool against his fingers. His eyes scan the bustling crowd, trying to find the person who might have unknowingly let go of their prized possession. However, the sea of people running in every direction makes it impossible for him to pinpoint the owner. Faces blur together in the frenzy, and the hunt for the wallet's rightful owner becomes a challenging puzzle. As Alex stands there, wallet in hand, he becomes a temporary guardian of someone else's world. Placing the wallet in his pocket, Alex proceeds to a dimly lit alley where he rests. It's not a conventional home, but it serves as his dwelling. Alex only has one blanket, and today, his only clothes got all wet because of the rain. He hurries to a big trash container, what people call a dumpster, and gets creative. To stay dry, he uses sticks to turn his blanket into a roof. He's like a builder, making a tiny house with what he has. Alex also finds a piece of plastic in the trash, and he puts it under his makeshift home so the wet ground doesn't make him even colder. Now, Alex can sit under his little roof feeling a bit more protected from the rain. It's not a real house, but it's his spot in the world. The rain keeps making noise like a gentle drumbeat on his new roof. And as Alex sits there, he's not just a person without a home, he's a survivor, figuring out how to make the best of what he's got. This back alley, which might seem dark and scary to others, is like a special place for Alex. It's where he goes when the day has worn him out and he needs to find some rest. His blanket roof might not be fancy, but it's his own creation, a small haven where he can escape from the troubles of the world. In the quiet of the alley, with the sound of raindrops ahead, Alex sits and thinks about the day. His tired eyes close, and he finds a bit of peace in his humble spot. The alley, with its discarded things, becomes a sort of refuge for Alex, a place where he can gather for another day. For he sprinted through the rain. Alex, after having caught his breath, water was dripping from his face like tiny raindrops. His long hair, soaked by the downpour, sticks to his forehead. Alex, trying to calm down, sweeps his wet hair back with his hand, revealing a determined expression. In his hands, he holds the mystery black wallet he found in the midst of the crowd. The wallet seems to have its own story, a tale hidden within its folds. Curiosity gets the better of Alex as he decides to explore its contents. Upon unfolding it, his eyes widen in amazement. The wallet resembles a concealed treasure trove, yet instead of gold and jewels, it's brimming with cash and credit cards, a blend of moisture and dryness. The edges of the cash are damp from the rain, while the remainder remains pristine, poised for use. Alex's moral compass kicks in. Despite the allure of unexpected wealth, he doesn't hesitate. His life, marked by challenges, hasn't eroded the goodness within him. He recognizes the weight of honesty and the value of doing what's right. The shock of finding this unexpected fortune in the wallet doesn't sway Alex. He doesn't see dollar signs. He sees a responsibility. In his mind, he imagines the owner, someone out there who might be frantic, desperately searching for this very wallet. And with that thought, Alex makes a decision. He's going to return it. And there wasn't any identification card, the kind that usually tells you who the owner is. But surprisingly, it had everything else. Even a whopping $2,167. Curiosity led Alex to explore further. He opened all the pockets of the wallet, trying to piece together the puzzle of its owner. There, on the left hand, he discovered a small pocket with a zip. Eager to unravel more, he pulled it open, revealing a hidden compartment. Within that hidden compartment, there lay a solitary sheet of paper, a receipt. Alex examined the receipt, and much to his astonishment, it originated from a jeweler. The date on the receipt matched today's date. It was like a breadcrumb, a tiny clue leading him to understand more. Putting the pieces together in his mind, Alex concluded that the person who owned this wallet must have been on a trip to the jeweler. Perhaps they were excited about a purchase, or maybe they were getting something special for someone they cared about. The possibilities unfolded. The following morning, a clear blue sky and a warm sun greeted Alex as he stepped out. The previous night's rain had left, and the roads were now dry. Today, he had a mission: to return the wallet he found. Having a bit of bread left from his humble dinner the night before, he grabbed a quick breakfast before setting out on foot. With determination in his stride, Alex headed towards the address mentioned on the jeweler's receipt. His journey unfolded on the sunlit streets, a stark contrast to the rain-soaked night. Each step felt purposeful, a continuation of the commitment he made to return what didn't belong to him. As he walked, the city came to life around him. People hurried to their destinations, cars hummed along the roads, and the bustle of daily life resumed. The address on the receipt guided him through the twists and turns of the city. It was a long walk. As Alex finally reached the jeweler's shop, he found himself standing before an elegant outlet adorned with a dazzling array of jewels. The shop sparkled with the brilliance of precious stones, a stark contrast to Alex's modest appearance. Inhaling deeply, he advanced towards the entrance, ready to accomplish his mission. Yet, as he neared the doorway, a strong grip on his arm brought him to a sudden halt. The security guard, standing tall, was vigilant. To the guard, Alex seemed more like someone who might take than someone who might return. "Where do you think you're going, mister?" the security guard inquired, a raised eyebrow emphasizing the skepticism. Though humiliated by the assumption, Alex maintained his composure, responding with humility. "I am looking for the owner of this receipt. I found it yesterday." The security guard, still skeptical, examined the receipt as if assessing its authenticity. After what felt like an eternity, he decided to grant Alex access. However, the permission came with a condition. The guard stayed inside, a presence keeping a keen eye on every move Alex made. Alex stood in awe, looking at the world inside. He then remembered why he was there. The salesperson, glancing at the receipt Alex held out, suddenly straightened up, an immediate recognition lighting up in his eyes. It happened to be a familiar patron, a figure respected by all in the jewelry store. The client wasn't just anybody. Dewar, the proprietor of the office chain on Wall Street and notably the owner of the city's most renowned law firm. The salesperson's demeanor changed from general professional courtesy to a heightened level of respect. This was no ordinary customer. This was someone significant, someone whose name carried weight. With a sense of urgency, the salesperson revealed that the special jewel mentioned in the receipt was in fact an order placed by the owner just the day before. It was no ordinary purchase. It was a significant piece, possibly a symbol of sentiment. He stressed the importance of safely delivering the receipt to the owner, emphasizing the unique value attached to the ordered jewel. He explained the address to Alex. It was an address that resonated with power and influence, a place where legal minds converged to shape the city's destiny. With the newfound knowledge of the owner's identity and the significance of the jewelry ordered, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. This was no longer just about returning a wallet. It was about delivering a piece of someone's story, a symbol of accomplishment, and perhaps an emotional connection. Finally arriving, Alex felt a mixture of awe and nervousness. The sleek glass facade and the imposing entrance spoke of success and influence. As he stood in Mr. Sell's big law firm in the heart of New York, the structure, painted in a distinguished shade of blue, exuded an air of authority. Taking deep breaths, Alex stepped into the public wing of the building. Within, he navigated towards the reception where a welcoming receptionist occupied a polished desk. The receptionist, though bound by office protocols, greeted Alex warmly. Politely, Alex requested to be connected to Mr. Sell, the owner of the law firm. The receptionist, understanding her limitations, explained that direct connection to the boss were not allowed. Instead, she offered to assist by taking the receipt from Alex and assuring him that she would personally deliver it to Mr. Sell. However, Alex faced a dilemma. He not only had the jeweler's receipt but also the wallet, and hence trusting a random employee to handle the return of both items felt uncertain to him. Despite a lot of debate and persuasion, the lady behind the desk remained unwilling to allow Alex to meet with Mr. Sell. As their conversation continued, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. From the alley adjacent to the lady's desk, a man in a meticulously tailored suit emerged, surrounded by an entourage of security personnel. It was evident that this was Mr. Sell, the person Alex had been searching for. Excitement surged through Alex as he began calling out to him, repeatedly shouting his name. However, the security detail, maintaining a strict perimeter around him, pushed Alex aside in an effort to maintain order. Unaffected, Alex, fueled by determination, managed to run ahead, reaching Mr. Sell. With a breathless urgency, Alex informed Mr. Sell, "You dropped your wallet yesterday, and I'm here to return it." The words hung in the air, a revelation that momentarily disrupted the organized flow of Mr. Sell's security. Mr. Sell halted his steps, his eyes searching for confirmation. Amidst the confusion, Mr. Sell made eye contact with Alex. Seizing the moment, Alex continued, "I used this receipt to find you." The acknowledgement of the lost wallet brought a pause to the proceedings. Mr. Sell, assessing the situation, instructed his security team to allow Alex through. With shivering hands, Alex extended the returned wallet and the jeweler's receipt to Mr. Sell. Mr. Sell looked up and down and asked for him to be brought to the break room. Security guided him. Upon reaching, Mr. Sell asked security to leave them alone. Once alone, away from the formalities of the office and the watchful eyes of the security detail, Mr. Sell's demeanor shifted. Breaking character, his eyes softened with a mixture of relief and joy. As he looked at the jeweler's receipt, in a burst of unguarded emotion, he exclaimed, "The way I was worried sick all night." Alex, sensing the genuine happiness emanating from Mr. Sell, offered an apology. "I'm sorry, I would have brought it to you last night, but it was raining heavily," he explained. As Alex made a move to leave, assuming his role had concluded, Mr. Sell stopped him. There was an eagerness in his voice as he spoke. "Do you know what special jewel this receipt is for?" Alex, his head shaking in the negative, signaled not knowing so. With a hint of vulnerability, Mr. Sell unraveled the significance of the jewel. "It's for a diamond ring I bought to propose to my love. Upon losing this wallet yesterday, I assumed it was a bad sign," he confessed. The revelation added layers to the story, turning a lost wallet into a symbol of potential heartache and lost dreams. Upon having it brought back, Mr. Sel's perspective shifted.
"I have a restored faith in destiny,"
he shared. The ordinary act of returning a lost wallet had become a turning point, a reaffirmation of belief in the twists of fate and the innate goodness within people. Curiosity and gratitude brimming in his eyes, Mr. Sel inquired,
"What is your name?"
seeking a connection between the roles they had played in the small yet significant exchange. Alex, slightly taken aback by the interest of a successful individual in his story, revealed his name. The next question, however, drew a different reaction.
"And where do you live?"
Sal continued. A moment of silence hung in the air as Alex hesitated to respond. Mr. Sal, perceptive and empathetic, understood he was homeless, as his attire suggested, and didn't ask again.
"You know what, young man?"
Mr. Sal said, placing his wallet down on the pristine white table.
"Your morals are what we need in this law firm. Honesty, integrity is what I look for, but rarely find. How about I offer you a job here, which turns your life around?"
Caught by surprise, Alex experienced a blend of astonishment and concern. He faltered.
"I have no qualifications, sir."
His concern about his lack of formal qualifications weighed heavily on him. To this, Mr. Sel immediately replied,
"You leave that to me."
And without waiting for a response, he went away. In the corridors of the law firm, he instructed the receptionist to take Alex's details, a decision that transcended conventional hiring norms. In that unexpected moment, the dynamics shifted. Alex, a person who had spent his night in the rain and navigated through the city's complexities to return a lost wallet, now found himself on the brink of a life-altering opportunity. The offer of a job not based on formal qualifications, but rooted in the values of honesty and integrity, was a testament to Mr. Sel's belief in him. As the receptionist collected Alex's details, the air in the law firm's office seemed charged with the promise of change. The simple act of returning a wallet had become a doorway to a different path, one that led from the streets of uncertainty to the corridors of a reputable law firm. After leaving the law firm, Alex found his way back to the familiar solitude of the dumpster, where he had fashioned a makeshift shelter. A day passed, and, with each passing moment, he wondered if Mr. Sel, being a busy man, had forgotten about their brief encounter. As night fell on the second day, he began preparing to sleep, resigned to the idea that perhaps nothing would come of the unexpected job offer. However, just as he settled into the routine of the night, a sleek black car pulled up by the alley where the dumpster stood. Men wearing earpieces approached him. Initially alarmed, Alex thought it might be an abduction until they introduced themselves as representatives from the law firm. In the surreal turn of events, they whisked him away to an apartment. Upon entering the apartment, the representatives apologized on behalf of Mr. Sel for the slight delay. A day's time required to clear paperwork for the purchase of your apartment. Alex, still bewildered, was handed the keys.
"This is where you will reside from now on,"
one of them explained. With a gesture, he undraped the curtain, revealing a view of the building a block away.
"That is where you will work. Conveyance will be provided,"
he continued, outlining the logistics of Alex's new life. The reality of the situation sank in as they handed him a file with his job description.
"Congratulations, this is your 9 to 5. You will be our head print operator. There is a lot of paperwork that goes on, and Mr. Sel had been looking for a trustworthy individual to take care of our printing work, especially for high-profile legal cases, which cannot be disclosed to the general public early."
Alex stood in the small, beautifully furnished apartment, unable to process the sudden 180-degree change in his life. They were about to leave when he remembered something.
"Oh, I almost forgot,"
he said, holding out a brown envelope.
"Here's your pay for this month. Mr. Sel asked you to be paid in advance this month to kick things off for you."
Clutching the envelope speechless, Alex muttered a simple, "Thank you," as they exited the apartment. Once more in solitude, he seized a moment to assimilate the reality of his unfamiliar environment. His eyes scanned the outside through the window, landing on the dumpster nearby. It was only a short while ago that it had served as his home, now sharply contrasting with the furnished apartment around him. Curiosity and disbelief in his eyes, Alex opened the envelope to find a wad of cash inside. $2,167, the exact amount from the wallet. A small note accompanied the money.
Thank you, Alex, for making me believe in humanity again. Please accept this job offer for our firm, and this world needs you. Hopefully, see you tomorrow, Sal.
Tears welled up in Alex's eyes as he processed the profound impact of one good deed on the trajectory of his life. The walls of the apartment witnessed a transformation from a humble individual surviving on the streets to the head print operator of a prestigious law firm. As he drifted into sleep that night, he carried with him not just the weight of the past, but the promise of a brighter, unexpected future, a future shaped by integrity, compassion, and the extraordinary ripple effect of a simple act of kindness.